Well, this is a very special opportunity we have for you today. You're looking at the most requested, the most sought after two coins in the last 5 or 10 years. I mean, there's been nothing like this. The demands, the requests, they are through the roof, and we're here to meet them now. You're looking at a two-coin set. You're looking at both privy marks, 2024 Star Privy and the new 2025 Eagle Privy. You're looking at an NGC first. This is the first time with the two most popular coins in nearly a decade that we've been able to give you a numbered matching number set. Both of these coins will have matching numbers. There are only 743 sets that made the grade of perfect mint state 70. Okay, you've got both of these, but you've got a limited time. The set is at $6.99.95. That's for both coins, not for one. Available now, csnmint.com, or calling the number you've been calling for 25 years on the screen.
Yeah, the first and the only time. These are the only consecutively numbered perfect 70 grade coins.
Correct.
For either the Star Privy or the Eagle Privy. Now, late last year, the U.S. Mint surprised us all with a very limited edition, uncirculated Silver Eagle. In fact, funny enough, struck at Philadelphia for the first time ever on a Type 2 Silver Eagle, uncirculated with a privy mark. So right below "In God We Trust," right next to Adolph Wyman's initials, is the 5-point star. Now this is, at the time, December of 2024, only the second time in the entire Silver Eagle series that they'd ever issued a Silver Eagle with a privy mark. The first time was a proof coin back in 2020. That was celebrating the 75th anniversary of the end of World War II. Will always be a key date.
That's
always
right.
In very high demand. We haven't been able to bring that on the television show in about 13, 14 months. And that's a coin, the last time we had it on air, it lasted one weekend, certified in that 70 grade. We sold out at $999.95.
That's right.
So you get back to the Star Privy. The Mint didn't have this on the schedule. We didn't even know the Mint was doing this until sometime in October. Okay, and it was an instant sellout at the authorized purchasers. Total issue limit, only 500,000 coins. Very, very limited. Upon that release, though, they did give indication at the Mint right away that there would be a follow-up coin for 2025. The only thing we didn't know was what that privy mark was actually going to be. You heard the speculation of an eagle or a flag, and as you can see here on the screen, it did end up, in fact, being a beautiful eagle in flight. Now, that's a pretty intricate and detailed privy mark. Now, even if you compare it to the Star, much more detailed, slightly larger, and as you can see, they moved it. Great choice by the Mint to put it above "In God We Trust," where there's quite a bit more surface area there on the coin. But the big thing is that issue limit did stay the same, Kevin. Only 500,000 coins of each.
Yeah. Okay,
very, very limited. And once again, the entire mintage was a complete sellout at the authorized purchasers instantly.
Well, and when you say it's very rare, 500,000, it's 500,000 coins. That may not sound very rare until you look at what's going on at the Mint.
Right.
Last year in 2024, when the Star Privy came out, West Point Mint handled the uncirculated coins.
Yep.
Okay, nearly 24 million coins were made. Okay, compared to the Philadelphia Mint, which made a paltry, 500,000, 500,000 coins. Now, you look at it a little bit deeper. We've had these coins a little bit while, the Star Privy now, since late in the year 2024. We've gone through grading on them. They just don't grade out very well. The method of manufacturing on this coin is that the planchet, the coin, before the design struck on there, is struck, and you've got Lady Liberty on the front and the eagle on the back. Now, then they add on the star, and then they add on the eagle after. So you've got a lot more going on with this method of manufacturing on these coins. But going back to 1986, the first year of issue on a mint state uncirculated Silver Eagle, up to 2024 and now 2025, these two coins are the most rare by far. Some years they're hundreds of times more rare. I know we were looking at 2013, 14, 15. You had over 40 million Silver Eagles made those years. I think there was a stretch of 4 or 5 years where they were all over 40 million made that year.
80 times more rare.
80 times more rare. So you've got that, just the coin itself being that much more rare. Then you add on the fact that these are certified absolutely pristine. They are perfect, and they will be for eternity in your collection. Absolutely perfect, certified by NGC in the highest grade possible. So they are in the shatterproof, sonically sealed cases. For some reason, if you were to drop one, don't worry. Forever in eternity, when you pass these coins down through generations, great way for your legacy to live on, and to live on perfectly with the most rare, with the best of the best, with the first time ever having this 2-coin set. Matching numbers. There's only 743 of these matching numbered set. It'll be exciting to see what set you get. I do want to put a caveat on there, as excited as you are at home. We're only going to have a limit of 5 sets per collector. Okay, we talked about it. We actually almost didn't have these on the show. Corey and I kind of went into the office and said, hey, we've got to bring this to the TV viewership at home. We've been offering this through the preferred collector division, and it's been going like gangbusters. I mean, you know, you get calls back. Can I get a few more sets? Are they still available? We had to put just a few dozen sets aside to be able to show you these today. Our preferred collector division could certainly, it absolutely would sell out of all 743 sets. Were we given all 743 sets? Well, we were not. If you're not working with an account manager now, please ask to speak to do so you'll get those opportunities that do not make the show. That will behoove you in your collection, believe me. But this is one of those opportunities that Corey and I felt was so tremendous and such an opportunity that we had to reach the masses in what limited quantity they gave us, which was a couple dozen. At $6.99.95, available online, or calling the number on your screen now.
Yeah, $6.99.95, a tremendous value on both coins. Again, I want to point out the only consecutively numbered coin on either the Star or the Eagle certified by NGC in the market. That's it. 743. There will not be any more numbered editions that exist, and this is the only set. Which you see on the screen is exclusive to CSN. Now, Kevin, you mentioned the difficulty in these coins, grading them to have them achieve that perfect, flawless grade of Mint 870. Now, after just a short 6 months, nearly all of these Star Privy coins, the one issued in December last year, have all been certified.
Right.
And we're one of the largest buyers out there. We cannot find any pockets any longer of these that have not already been certified. But with 500,000 coins, it doesn't take very long to get them all certified. And that's part of the problem why you see the price on that Star Privy has already begun to go up and up and up.
Yeah.
They've gotten more and more expensive when we go out and try to acquire more. In fact, this is the first time that we've been able to present the Star Privy in a 70 grade here on the television show since the first weekend in March.
All right.
Okay, so it's been over 3 months that we've even been able to offer that coin in a 70 grade. And now, of course, the Eagle, we just recently started offering here over the past 4 or 5 weeks, and the demand has been absolutely through the roof. Now, you mentioned, Kevin, some of those mintages, 10, 15 years ago, over 40 million coins. For nearly 3 decades, okay, for almost 30 years, the 1996 was always the lowest minted uncirculated Silver Eagle in the entire series, with a mintage of only 3.7 million.
Wow.
Okay, each of these coins are over 7 times more rare than that 96. And Kevin, you and I know that's long been one of the most difficult coins in the entire Silver Eagle series to acquire in a perfect 70 grade. Over the years, I've been with the company here for going on 20 years. We have had 1996 come through the office. I have helped folks add a 96 in a perfect MS 70 grade to their collection for as much as $10,000 a coin.
Absolutely.
Now, when folks hear only 500,000 compared to 3.7 million, over 7 times more rare, and you have your opportunity here to get in very early.
Yeah.
Get in very early, $699.95 for the 2-coin set, flawlessly, perfectly graded Mint 870. And again, you see it there, only 743 consecutively matching numbered sets will ever exist. Those are the only NGC numbered coins in the market on either privy coin.
Well, the only bad news about this opportunity is I mentioned it before, these 2-coin sets, you're only allowed a maximum of 5 on the 2-coin sets. Now, it would behoove you to get 2 or 3 of these matching sets or 4, but if you want 10 of them, I'm sorry, we're just not going to be able to. We need to reach as many people, give the opportunity to the collecting community that we've built over 25 years. You at home that have been watching us for that long, thank you, and we hope you appreciate that. It was tough for us to even get these on here. You know, we were talking about both of these coins, the star and the eagle. You know, we did offer them in a very special label when they first came out, one of the first 50,000. That was the label, one of the first 50,000. And these exact coins in that label, in the exact same grade, mind you, Mint State 70, okay? And the only caveat it said was one of the first 50,000 on that label. Both the star and the eagle we offered in that label individually at $599.95 individually. Now, those have done extremely well. We see them for $900, $1,000 a piece. Now, that first of 50,000 label, okay, that was the difference. Here you've got numbered individual of 743. Okay, so it is an opportunity for you now, but it won't last long. This may be the very last time you're seeing this at $699.95 per set, limit of 5. Okay, that's the only bad news about today. Grab multiple sets. Put your collection in an enviable position, because you're going to have to do this quickly, because we don't know what will happen on these coins in a very short time. And as Corey mentioned, this is the first time we've had the star privy on in months. Okay, we've had the Mint State 69s. We talk about grading issues on the star privy. You know, that is available, but we haven't had the 70s. It took us a tremendous investment to put these together on our end, to bring them to you. And there is nowhere else you can find this NGC matching numbered set. It is exclusive through CSN with NGC. We're very proud of that, and it is a tremendous opportunity in your collection. Essentially, we're the wholesaling this. There's absolutely nowhere else you can find this, right? So if you see it out in the market, it's because it started here first. It started with you picking up the phone. It started with you getting online at csnmint.com and getting this in your collection now.
Yeah, because this is always going to be a key date. I mean, that star privy, obviously that's always going to be the very first Type 2 Silver Eagle ever issued with a privy mark, and it'll always be the very first uncirculated Silver Eagle, period. You know, that's going back all the way to 1986. As it stands today, there are only 3 Silver Eagles that have ever been issued with a privy mark. The 2020, what's commonly referred to as the V75, and again, that was a proof coin, and that had the shield. Inside of the shield, it said V75, V for victory, and 75 for the 75th anniversary. Then you have, with 2024, very late in the year, the very first uncirculated Silver Eagle ever issued with a privy mark. You see that beautiful 5-point star right underneath "In God We Trust." And then they said they were going to do a privy mark for 2025. They did. We finally found out it was a beautiful eagle. And I tell you what, as sought after as that star privy was, without a doubt, that was the most sought after Silver Eagle they had issued.
By far.
Probably since that V75 in 2020. Then you mentioned it, one of the most sought after in the last 10 years. I feel personally, with the folks I work with on a regular basis that have had the opportunity to see that beautiful eagle in flight, the demand on the eagle has been even greater than the star.
Yeah.
And I think it's for 2 reasons. It's quite a bit more eye-appealing and intricate. You can see the details on the wings. You can see the tail feathers. Now, you mentioned the difficulty in grading these. The star privy was the worst grading uncirculated Silver Eagle of all time.
Yeah.
As a percentage-wise, those 500,000 coins are extremely difficult to get them to grade in a perfect 70. And I think here, a month, 5 weeks into the grading of the Eagles, it's even worse.
We're seeing,
and as you can see on the screen, it's just quite a bit more detailed, but it's also more beautiful. I mean, that is an incredible eagle in flight. I think it needs to be an entire reverse of a coin at some point. That eagle in flight is stunning and very, very difficult to get in a 70 grade. And most importantly, both of these coins that you see in this set have the identical issue limit. Only 500,000 coins, both produced at Philadelphia, which is odd in and of itself that the Mint chose Philadelphia when West Point consistently year after year over the last 25 years now has been producing the American Silver Eagle each year. There are times when the Philadelphia Mint has had to step up, and COVID comes to mind, the emergency production coins. The Mint had shutdowns. They had skeleton crews. They couldn't keep up with the demand of the coins being produced at West Point. So they went out, they were producing them at San Francisco and Philadelphia. But historically speaking, those Philadelphia coins have always graded poorly. Yes, and that's where they went to do a difficult strike like this for first-of-a-kind issues. So your opportunity to get in now on only 743 sets. And again, I want to stress, that is all there will ever be certified by NGC in a consecutively numbered edition. You've got both coins, both key dates, both certified in the highest grade possible, and only $699.95. Again, just to try and help as many of our preferred collectors as possible, we did put a limit, no more than 5 sets per collector. That's less than $3,500. Do yourself a favor, grab 5 pairs of these and know that you'll have 5 consecutively numbered sets out of only 743 that exist in the world in perfect 70 grade.
And that's how many exist and will exist. That number doesn't move, change, anything. But the thing is, through the preferred collector division, we've started offering these already.
Yes.
And so there are not 743 sets available.
Not even close.
No, not even close. And I've been very fortunate, and my collectors have too, to be able to work with them to get these in their holdings, into their collection. These are here. They will ship immediately. They are in the vault ready to go. We have been licking our chops and waiting patiently for this moment. It is here now. It will not last long. You understand that. You're looking at the 2 most rarest Mint State Silver Eagles ever in the entire history, going back to 1986, first year of issue. And by a long shot, just the coin itself. We talked about the grading on them. These 2 coins, the method of manufacturing, also the addition of those extra, the star and the eagle, both great, but that brings more problems when you're a grader, right? When you're looking under these under the high-powered microscope. 3 individual graders have certified these as absolutely perfect and flawless for eternity for your collection, and to pass down through future generations. You'll be given the best of the best, the tip of the top, the cream of the crop, okay? And you've got a short time to do so. And they're also, first time ever, nowhere else exclusive to CSN numbered matching pair. It'll be exciting. Are you going to get number 1, number 100? What numbers will you get? Well, there are going to be 2 coins there. They're both going to be matching. They're both nowhere else to be found except here, except now. On top of that, this is also in our Premier Select Series label. I think that goes without speaking. That is only available to the most prestigious, the finest, the best coins that we submit for grading, and NGC does deem as well that it is worthy of the Premier Select Series label, found nowhere else. So not a lot of time, but a tremendous opportunity. You're getting a ton of collectability and value here at $699.95, CSN exclusive. Find it nowhere else, but you can find it online at csnmint.com. You can find it by calling the 800 number on the screen that you've been calling for 25 years.
Yeah, and the most collected coin in the world today, the American Silver Eagle, when you have first-of-a-kind issues, when you have the most limited issue of all time, that is what you want in your collection. I guess I want to stress just how limited that 500,000 number is. Again, you look at, on average, the last 15 years, the Mint's been producing around 25 to 30 million Silver Eagles each and every year. Okay, so on average, if you've gotten Silver Eagles with us each of the past 15 years, you've been hopefully fortunate enough to get the box of 20, which you always get the best value. Well, these are 50 to 70 times more rare than any uncirculated Silver Eagle the Mint has issued, going all the way back to 2010. Okay, so this is a very, very limited edition. It's certified by NGC in flawless Mint State 70 condition, and you see it there on the screen. Matching numbers out of only 743 consecutively numbered sets, $699.95. We will allow you to purchase up to 5 sets. I strongly suggest calling or going online now and grabbing as many sets as you could comfortably afford.